Hello everyone. I'm back again. Yay! I hope you are having a wonderful, magical, warm day, right? Stay warm. It's freaking cold out there. If you're new to this channel, this is Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I'm Tony. Hi. So, I might have to make a new sign for the new year, right? What do you think it's going to look like? Leave in the comments down below. What do you think my sign will look like after the new year? So, today we're going to make some sequined flowers. Because for the rest of December, I'm just going to make handmade embellishments that will go with other projects that I haven't planned to make for the new year. Yeah. So we're going to make these today. Now they're both sequin flowers, but one has seed beads and one just has a gem in it, or like a pearl. Okay. So if we have enough time, I'll show you how to make both style. Okay. So what you're going to need is a needle, some thread. Got my thread here. You will need some sequins. It doesn't quite matter what size. I've used like a large to medium size, and then there's like medium to small, and then small. Okay. And I've used them all. It just depends how your hands work. Okay. And so you'll need some seed beads, some kind of punch out, or you won't even need a punch out, something that you can trace a circle twice, because you'll need 2 circles for one sequin flower. Okay. This one that I'm using is this is a 1/2 inch. Okay. So you can find something in your art room like roughly a 1/2 inch. That works. Trace it twice, cut it out. You're good. You don't need fancy punches. Okay, so yeah, and I've got a whole variety of sequences here. Okay, you can see. But I'm gonna show you. Let's see. What kind of gems do I have to put in the middle? Okay, I'm going to show you this one first. Okay, so we're going to do this purple one first. Okay. All right. Now, I roughly eyeball my middle. Okay, I take a pokey or something pokey, roughly eyeball my middle, and just put a hole in it. Okay, just like that. That's pretty much going to be our starting point. Okay. You're going to be coming and you're going to be going in and out of that hole a lot right there. Okay. So we go up through the bottom. Let's see. Up to the bottom. I'm going to try my hardest to stay in frame. Okay. So you're kind of going to look like that right now. Okay. And I've only used a cup. There's flat sequins and there's cupped sequins. I only use the cup sequins. You can use the flat ones. It just won't look as good. I mean, they're still pretty. The cup gives it more that flowery look that we're going for. Okay. So we're gonna go up through the bottom of that sequence. Okay. So the curved cut part sticks upwards instead of downwards. Okay. We just slide that on. So right now it just kind of looks like that. I think, hold on, I might even be doing this backwards myself. Yes, okay. Sorry, don't listen to me. We're going to go in through the top of that sequence. Alright, so I'll show you here. Okay, but we want, see how the cup part is facing downwards now? We want it facing upwards. So, okay. Now we're gonna find, okay, so there's your middle. Now we're gonna go outwards, just slightly from the edge and poke through there. Okay. And that will force your cup sequin to face upwards. Okay, I hope that wasn't too confusing. If you guys have any questions, please leave your questions down in the box and then I will answer them so everybody can hear. Okay. All right, so there's your first one. Now you're gonna come up through that middle bottom there, back out the top. Okay. Grab another sequin and go back through the bottom of the sequin. Okay. And when we poke our next hole, we want to make sure that it's right against the first sequin. Okay, so make sure everything's tight. Now we want it right up against that first one. Try not to poke your fingers. I've done that before. Okay. Make sure, before you make it tight, make sure your sequin is facing. Okay, it's not wanting to listen. Okay. Maybe I've forgotten myself. All right, hold on. Okay. So we're going to come back up to that hole because I have forgotten how to do this. Okay, ignore the last step. Okay, so let's go back to our first sequin if you haven't already goofed up too. You might want to watch this video all the way through before you start. Boy, my brain's in a fog. Okay, so what we want to do is poke that next hole right next to the sequin, but we're going to come up through the bottom. Okay. Now we're going to put the sequin on. And then we go back down to the middle. Okay, I think we got it, guys. See how it's starting to form? All right, so your next hole, you're going to come up through the bottom right next to this next one. Okay? You want to get them as close to each other as possible. There we go. Okay. Pick up another sequence. This can be a little time consuming. I don't make these very often. I love the way they look. You can buy them pre-made in the art stores. I think Maggie Holmes had some in their collection. Okay. There we go. Isn't that cool? Okay, we're gonna come up right. You gotta keep making sure everything's nice and tight. Come up through the next one, right next to the next one. Nope, too far over. pick up another sequence. And then go back through your middle. See how it's looking? And then this next one should be the last one. It seems like they take an average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sequins for the like medium, large ones, and then I think 6, maybe 7 for the smaller ones. Alright, so this last one, before we go through the middle, you want to make sure one side is sticking out and the other side is sticking under the last one, so it makes a oh, okay. It just popped out. Okay, so before I make it too tight, I'm going to make sure that it's under, over, under, over, under, over, and then pull it tight. Just like that. Now, if we were using the C beads, these strings, you can't quite see it on this color, but you can see the thread. The seed beads would cover that up and it would look kind of like that, right? But we didn't use that on this one because I wanted to show you the simple one first if I didn't make it sound too complicated. So to cover those up, we're just going to add a little bit of bling to the middle. Okay. Now at this stage, you can tie it off, but what I like doing is just add some hot glue on there. Okay. And put another circle on the back. Okay. And see, you don't even see the thread. Now I let that glue dry for a bit before I cut the rest of my thread off because it's still hanging on there. But with that hot glue on there, it won't slip out. It won't get loose or anything, so don't worry. Okay. There we go. See? Now we just find a sequin here, like a pearl. Now I can do purple on purple, or let's do a pink center. Pink on purple. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that. And then I just stick it right down in the center. There you go. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let me check my time, and then I'll show you how to do the other one. Oh yeah, we're doing it. Okay. Hopefully I won't confuse you on the next one. Alright, I just gotta tie this off here. Okay. So I find my center here. I kind of just eyeball it. Poke a hole in there. And that center hole, you'll be using that one a lot, so. Okay, for this first sequence, what colors are we using? Let's just stick with the big ones. Let's do another red one. Alright, so we're going to go up through the hole. Okay. Okay, make sure that you tied a big enough knot so it doesn't slip through like mine just did. Oh goodness. All right, let's try that one more time. What kind of food is everyone eating today? My dad took my daughter and I out to breakfast, and I had chicken and waffles. I love waffles. Can you believe it? I've never had chicken and waffles together until now. I know, I can't believe it either. But I was really in the mood for it today. It was good. Okay, so came through the middle. Put our first sequin on. Wait, wait. Yeah, we want some beads on first. Alright, I'm going to do, might look kind of funny, but we're going to do purple on red. For these sides, I think you only need, let's see, you do four seed beads your first time and only 3 the rest of the time. Okay. Okay, so now we've got our seed beads on first. We put our sequin on next, and then we find our first side hole here and stick that through. And it kind of looks like that. Now we might not need that many actually. I'm gonna take one bead off because I don't like it when it looks like it's bunched up. Actually, you know what? It might look kind of cool. We're gonna keep that on. Alright, so find next hole, come back through the middle. So for the next one, let's see. I would only put 2 beads on. Let's do that. You always have to put more beads on the first time. And then the rest of the time you don't, because it all blends together. Like, I think for this one, when I strung the first one, it had 4 beads and the rest all have 3. But they all look like they have the same amount, huh? It's kind of cool. Okay, so I put 2 beads on, 1 sequin, and we're going to come in right next to it here. See? And we're just going to do that all the way around. So we come back through the center. Okay. Grab our 2 seed beads and 1 sequin, and then come right next to the next one. And just make sure each time you go around, just make sure you're getting them tight so they're not loose, okay? Then back through the, I'm sorry if I keep stepping out of frame. I probably should put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing, but why would I do a silly thing like that? Alright, 2 seed beads, a sequin, and I just come in right next to that next one right there, okay? Just make sure those are getting all nice and tight. back through the middle. It tends to get a little tougher each time you go through. Sorry. Alright, back up the middle. 2 seed beads and a sequence. Okay. And then right next to this one, there are images of these, all kinds of different types, colors, shapes on Pinterest. I think if you also look up here on YouTube, there are a few videos. If you type in how to make sequin flowers, there's probably a better video than mine. Okay, so I think we got one more to put on, so we gotta go back through the middle. Okay. 2 seed beads and a sequin. And remember, when you put that last one on, before you squeeze it really tight, make sure that it's over under. And then squeeze it down tight. Make sure those are all in. See how it looks? Okay. And I make sure that it's really, really, really tight. Not too tight that you're like about ready to break your string, but tight enough that they're all not wiggling. And we're gonna put some hot glue on there and put the back on. Let it dry, cut the excess thread off, and we're good. I'm just gonna let that cool off for a second here. There we go. And there's our flower. Pretty cool. Okay. So tell me what you think. Do you like them? Would you try making some? Hopefully I explained it okay. If I didn't, I can find a better video and post that video link in the comment section. You guys just gotta let me know, hey, can you post that video please? And I can find it, okay? I think I might even have it saved in my watch later list. So there you go. That's all I'm doing for today, is just making a bunch of these up so I can have them for my New Year projects. Alright, I hope you liked it. Have a lovely holiday. Bye!